A teacher was caught live streaming up her skirt while teaching a class. The Welsh Government is going to ban their politicians from lying. And rhino horns are being injected with radiation to curb poaching. These are the weird stories for Monday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a guy in a closet. Here we go. A teacher was caught live streaming up her own skirt while teaching a class. This is appalling behavior, shooting a live stream video under your skirt. I find it disreputable, to be honest with you. These disgusting, sexy live stream apps. My goodness. Which one was it, I'm wondering, though? We should probably find out which one was this. You know, we should get to the bottom of this, just in case, you know. This is clearly a problem. Just trying to find out where this video's living. The story's out of Thailand. Oh, okay. Teachers Council of Thailand just banned this teacher from her profession as she live streamed up underneath her skirt while teaching children at a primary school in the central province of Lopburi. Today I learned Thailand also underpays their teachers. What a surprise. You know, I thought it was just the United States, but nope. And in the U.S., teachers have been going on OnlyFans accounts to pay the bills. It's hard out there for a teacher. Somebody shared a screenshot of the video of this teacher in class on Thursday, June 27th, with the caption, "What do you think of her intentions? What's this teacher's intention? What is the intention?" They're so concerned about what's the intention. It's pretty simple what the intention is. She's paying the rent, guys. I don't know. I mean... Teachers' salaries are just deplorable. We're not aware of this. Now, another possibility is that this was her Zoom doctor's appointment with her coochie doctor. And, she wasn't able to schedule it at any other time, so she did it during class. What we might be looking at here, guys, is an ultra multitasker. I almost couldn't think of that word. A multitasker. It's a hard-working lady right here, though. Let's be real. If she's making money on the app while teaching, working two jobs at the same time, reminds me of that Cat Stevens song, "I'm looking for a hard-headed woman." But I would say, I'm looking for a hard-working woman, one who teaches kids and live streams her cooch. I'm so sorry. I'm off the rails already. Not even 2 minutes into the day. The image showed the teacher opening a book and teaching her students during the live stream. The woman was wearing a skirt. She spread her legs to show off her undies. So it was just an undie shot under the skirt. I mean, considering what other teachers are doing in class, guys, I find this to be very, very minor. My goodness, teachers what are they doing these days? They're having slave auctions. They're running fight clubs. I mean, it's ridiculous out there. Now, this app is called Bigo Live, B-I-G-O. Viewers and followers can send gifts to a streamer if they're enjoying the live stream video. The gift could later be exchanged for money through the app. The screenshot shows that many of the teacher's followers actually sent her gifts and commented on her lovely live stream video that day. I mean, this lady's just bringing joy all around, teaching the kids, providing entertainment for the rest of us. The teacher's identity has not been made public, but... The report says she taught at the Banbuacham School in Lopburi. She had been seen wearing revealing clothing in other videos and had started live streaming videos in the classroom a few times before. I'd like to know, which employee at the school saw her on the app. It was like, I recognize that skirt. That's Mrs. Moore, the biology teacher. Look at her. She's teaching biology to the kids and at the same time teaching biology to some adults, it seems. The Welsh Government is going to ban their politicians from lying. What an amazing idea. Who thought of this? Why haven't we done this? Ban politicians from lying. The problem is, they're going to have nothing to say if you don't allow them to lie. What's that old joke? How do you know when a politician is lying? When their lips are moving. I didn't write that. That's an old school joke that's been kicked around for decades, but probably longer. For as long as lawmakers have been lawmaking, they've been a lying. It says the Welsh government has committed to introduce this law that will make it illegal for politicians to lie. Are you telling me it's been legal all this time? That's the only reason they've been dishonest, these clowns? Oh, well, it's good. You should make it illegal, along with, here's an idea, crime, too, should be illegal. And let's not stop here on just the lies. Ban overall corruption in government. You know, start with the lying, move up to, I know it's a crazy idea, but how about accepting bribes? You know, how about that? That would be great. Let's keep reading and find out how they're going to enforce this. Are they going to make politicians pinky swear before session? We have here the Labour-led government's counsel general named Mick. He says this new law will disqualify members of the Senedd, that's S-E-N-E-D-D, the Senedd, and candidates from the House if they were found guilty of deliberate deception. This all came about because someone accused the leader of the Welsh Tories, which is one of the parties, of tweeting out a lie last week, claiming that the opposition party wanted to pay illegal immigrants $1,600 a month salary. It's funny how this one tweet was the straw that broke the back here for the Welsh government. I mean, our politicians say stuff like this about their opponents all the time, straight up lying all the time. It's just completely normal. This guy says, quote, "This takes our politics into the gutter and stops us engaging with each other in real political debate." Yeah, it does. It certainly does. But the whole thing has become a circus act anyways. Do they even really want to have real political debate in any of these decentralized, centralized governments? I don't know. It just seems like getting things done isn't their priority here. The law will be introduced ahead of the Senate elections in 2026. Why wait? Why not just make lying illegal right now? Why would you wait 2 years? Seems strange. Well, we gotta get it approved because some people are gonna be like, well, maybe not. Maybe they should be able to lie. I don't know if I agree with this. I'm sure they have to come up with some sort of lying ministry. We have the Ministry of Lies. You'll have to come before the Ministry of Lies. We'll decide if you've been lying. Now, nowhere in my article here does it say how they will determine what is or is not a lie. But the repercussions are such that if you are a member or a candidate found guilty of deliberate deception is the phrase, through an independent judicial process, it will lead to your disqualification. So there's going to be an independent judicial process. So just more taxpayer money spent on processing a bunch of liars. But maybe that's money well spent, considering all of the wasteful ways in which our governments spend our money every day. This might be something productive, actually. In other words, it's money that's going to sometimes eventually be used to kick out some of these idiots, which is good. One of the leaders says this announcement is globally pioneering, and I agree. It might set an example for the rest of our governments. Maybe. I don't know. There's a quote from this character. "What has been announced is truly historic, globally pioneering. We have a commitment from our government that our democracy will be the first in the world to introduce a general prohibition on deception by all politicians. It's going to be a global movement. We're going to outlaw political lying. Right." You know, I don't know if anyone's thought of this, but maybe you could design an AI program to determine instantly when a politician is lying. And then like a trap door opens up under their feet and just... That would be amazing to see that kind of stuff in like Parliament or in the Senedd, S-E-N-E-D-D, the Senedd, whatever that is. Yay! Live rhinos have been injected with radiation in a project aimed at curbing poaching in South Africa. We have South African scientists who have just injected radioactive materials into the horns of some live rhinos in order to make them easier to detect at border posts in a pioneering project that's aimed at curbing the poaching of these rhinos. So they're sticking some radiation in the rhino horns. Isn't this how the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were formed? They stuck a little radiation in their half shell, and then it was turtle power, radiation in their half shells, turtle power. You guys know how the song goes, right? Any TMNT fans out there? Who was your favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? Mine was Raphael. Now, South Africa is home to a large majority of the world's rhinos, and it's a hotspot for poaching. The demand for the rhinos is driven mostly from Asia, where horns are used in traditional medicine for their supposed therapeutic effects. Yeah, Chinese traditional medicine calls for all kinds of strange animal parts, I've noticed. Horns, feet, hair, you name it, the beak. It all sounds like some sort of strange old-school witchcraftery. Oh, I have the sniffles. Oh, I recommend my concoction, Eye of Newt, combined with the pubes of a ferret and the horn of a rhino. We have here James Larkin, director of the University of Witwatersrand. Witwatersrand? Did I say that? Yeah, I said it. I don't know what I said. I said something. Witwatersrand's Radiation and Health Physics Unit, who spearheaded this project. He put tiny little radioactive chips in the rhino horns. Now, what this does is the radioactive material renders the horn useless, essentially poisonous even for human consumption. So he's basically poisoning the customers that want these rhino horns for their medicine. Shouldn't you punish the poachers? I guess in the long run, it might punish the poachers because the customers will get upset, and then they'll stop buying these rhino horns from this particular market, and then the poachers, I guess, then their job is over. But it just would seem better if you just caught the poachers and punished them. I mean, you're going to be giving people, like patients in Asia, cancer because of this? It just seems weird. Let me keep reading. It sounds like a strange idea, though. I'm not sure this is exactly problem solving in the right kind of way. And what's the fallout for the poor rhino? You just made their horn radioactive and useless. Don't they need those horns? This guy, Larkin, says that no worries, the radioactive material's dose is so low it would not impact the rhino's health or the environment in any way. 20 live rhinos in total are part of this pilot program. They've been administered a dose strong enough to set off detectors that are installed globally at international border posts that were originally installed to thwart nuclear terrorism. Border agents often have handheld radiation detectors that can pick up contraband, in addition to thousands of radiation detectors installed at airports and ports, which will detect the rhino. So they'll intercept it before it gets to the customer, it sounds. So that's good. We don't want people just ingesting radioactive rhino horn all over the place. We don't want people ingesting rhino horn at all, probably, right? Because there's not a lot of... This is an endangered species, I assume. But it seems like just all the animals are endangered, man. I mean, every time I think of one or mention one, I'm like, oh, that one's endangered. What animal isn't endangered? Termites. Termites are not in danger. They're everywhere. I get them every summer in my bedroom, right in the floor near the sliding door that goes to my balcony. Is this TMI here? Why can't termites be in danger? What about cockroaches? Man, bugs have it good, man. It's the big animals that are suffering. So sad. So sad. It says here in South Africa there are approximately 15,000 rhinos, and of that, about 400 to 500 are poached every year. High demand for rhino horns has fueled this illegal market. In parts of Asia, the horns are thought to have unproven powerful medicinal properties, and at one point they were more expensive than cocaine. What? People snorting rhino horn? What is going on with people, man? I covered a drug out of Sierra Leone that involves human bones. So they were digging up all these graves to make it the drug. Wow. People are so bizarre. All right, that's the end of the story here. I just Googled ways in which we can support rhinos. Here's some ways. Donate to organizations that support rhino conservation, such as Save the Rhino International, the International Rhino Foundation, or Helping Rhinos. You can also fundraise for rhinos by hosting an event or participating in a sponsored activity. Adopt. Apparently you can adopt a rhino. Oh, no, symbolically adopt. I was picturing like actually adopting a rhino and bringing it home to your home in Encino. That's just weird. You can also support rhinos by avoiding rhino horn products. So there's probably a bunch of these out there. Strange. The illegal rhino horn trade is a major threat to the rhinos, it says. Yes. How else? Spread the word. Help spread the message of rhino conservation, which is what I'm doing right now. I guess this is my little way of helping the rhinos. I would love to adopt one and live with it. Probably not anything that my landlord would be too pleased with, though. I mean, I got a complaint that I was playing acoustic guitar too loud in my apartment. What do you think's going to happen when a rhino's snoring next to me in bed? Yay! Hi, everybody. This is your host, Jonesy, and I just want to say thank you so much for spending some time with me in the Weird AF News podcast. Hope you had a nice weekend. Hope you enjoyed the Florida Friday episode as well. I want to thank everybody who reached out to me over the weekend. Some people were requesting that I send them the Crack Bear song, which I did. If you would like the MP3 of the Crack Bear song, please email me, funnyjones@gmail.com. I'll send that over to you. Need to find out something to do with all these songs that I've been creating on this show. Maybe put out an album. I don't know. I'm just stewing the idea in my brain right now. Some people bought me coffee over the weekend. Let's give them some love here. This person didn't give their name. It's just their email, which I do not want to give to respect their privacy. But this person, their email starts with the letter F as in Frank. I'll just say that. And it says, from Millbury, Ohio, I love hearing real news, especially this effed up. Keep me laughing, Jonesy. Good luck with your life, man. Well, thank you so much. That's so very sweet. I appreciate the coffee. I may or may not have spent that coffee. I mean, the coffee's on the coffee money on some stout over the weekend. I'll just say that. I may or may not have spent it on stout. And then someone anonymously bought me coffee. It just says someone bought a coffee, but I later found out it was Ginny. Ginny on Instagram, someone I've been talking to on Instagram, a big fan of the show. And she let me know that she bought me this coffee. She wrote, hey, Jonesy, I hope you enjoy this caffeinated beverage or afternoon sangria. Thanks for writing that song about peeing on a jellyfish sting. I've been stung before, and it really hit home. Oh, thank you so much, Jenny. But just for the record, I didn't write that jellyfish song. I had an AI program write the jellyfish song. All I did was type in some words and sort of like what I wanted the vibe of the song to be, and it generated that song. So it's a pretty magnificent program, and I'll be using it in the future as we go forward. I consider doing it in this episode, doing like a radioactive rhino song or something. But I don't know. I think that rhinos have had enough guff. Why give them more? You know what I mean? Why make them the butt of a joke in a song like that? You know, I'm all about rhino respect right now, guys. Rhino respect. In addition to the support I got from the coffees that were purchased me over the weekend, I'd want to give a shout out to Cheyenne Taylor, who just joined the Patreon. Yes, Cheyenne just became a member of the Patreon, so we want to give her a shout out on the show. We appreciate her support for the Weird AF News podcast and for Jonesy here, very much so. Please, Cheyenne, enjoy the extra content that's inside the Patreon, including the Crack Bear song, which I just put in there, so you can download that if you want. I put all the songs in the Patreon. If you dig around, you can find the songs and you can download those MP3s. But yeah, they got a lot of good content in there. So Cheyenne, please avail yourself of all that weird stuff that's in the Patreon. And thank you so much. I can't thank you enough for joining the Patreon. Super, super nice and supportive. So if you guys want to support the show, my website is weirdafnews.com. At that website, on the homepage, you can click on Buy Jonesy a Coffee or join the Patreon. You can do both of those things there. It's very, very easy. And I guess that's about it. If you want to call the show, 646-450-2012. I left you the email. I got 4 shows this week if you're in the Southern California area, ranging from North Hollywood all the way down through into Orange County. So yeah, various locales. Locales, what are you talking about? You mean locations? Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to be fancy. Anyways, go to Instagram, my Instagram, @funnyjones, which is where I post all my shows. So very, very cool. And thank you so much for being present, and I'll see you tomorrow.